13. And it's even worse because Bill Cosby has the fucking smuggest old black man public persona that I hate. This kid's on TV. Pull your pants up, black people. I was on TV in the 80s. I can talk down to you because I had a successful sitcom. Yeah, it was great women, Bill Cosby, so brings it down a couple notches. I don't curse on stage, but yeah, you're a rapist, so it'll take you saying lots of motherfuckers on Bill Cosby himself if you weren't a rapist. I don't know what I'm doing about telling you. I guess I want to just at least make it weird for watch Cosby Show reruns. Dude's image, for the most part, it's fucking public Teflon image. I've done this bit on stage, and people don't believe. People think I'm making it up. I'm like, Bill Cosby, there's a lot of rape allegations. No, you them. No. They call me Captain Kick 'em Out. No. That shit is upsetting. If you didn't know about it, trust me. If you leave here, Google Bill Cosby rape. It's not funny. This shit has more results than Hannibal Buress.
Fall from grace of a living American legend 50 years in the making. Bill Cosby's alleged questionable behavior had gone largely unnoticed for decades. But why does it seem to have hit center stage only now? This round started off, believe it or not, as a joke. Back on October 16th, comedian Hannibal Buress says something that goes viral.
I can talk down to you because I had a successful sitcom. Yeah, it was great women, Bill Cosby, so...
Then, less than a month later, Cosby's Twitter page asked fans to meme Cosby. The results are overwhelmingly negative and quickly taken down. That begins a flood of allegations from women who say they were sexually assaulted by Cosby. Many claim they were drugged. The first to come forward publicly, Barbara Bowman.
I never saw any drugs, but I would wake up completely confused, half-dressed, and knowing that my body had been touched without my permission.
Also speaking out, Joan Tarshis.
We went up to his bungalow afterwards. He made me a drink, and very shortly after that, I passed out. I woke up or came to very groggily with him removing my underwear.
Tarsha says that in 1969, she voluntarily saw Cosby again when he invited her to a performance after accepting drinks at his hotel and in a limo. She says she woke up the next morning with him in his bed. Ironically, Cosby released a comedy album that same year entitled It's True, It's True, joking about doctoring drinks.
You know what? You know anything about Spanish fly? No, tell me about it. Well, there's this girl, Crazy Mary. You put some in her drink, man, she...
But with all the allegations, and even after former Temple University employee Andrea Constant went to police saying Cosby drugged and molested her in 2004, the local district attorney at the time, Bruce Castor, did not bring charges. Years later, Castor explains his decision. Constant, waiting for a year to go to authorities, heard her case against Cosby.
Because of the delay, I couldn't check her blood to see if there was any metabolites of that drug in her, so it made the case very difficult.
In 2005, Cosby spoke out about the allegations for the first time, telling the National Enquirer, "I am not going to give in to people who try to exploit me because of my celebrity status." Soon after, Constant responds with a civil suit alleging battery, assault, and defamation of her character. Constant and Cosby settle out of court for an undisclosed sum the following year. Also in 2005, Tamara Green on the Today Show with a similar story.
He had gone from helping me to groping me and kissing me and touching me and handling me and, taking off my clothes.
The latest salvo? A lawsuit filed last week by a woman who claims Bill Cosby sexually assaulted her in 1974 when she was 15. In court filings, Cosby calls those claims absolutely false, accusing the woman of extortion. Cosby's attorney says her lawyer made threats about criminal penalties, coupled with ever-increasing demands for a six-figure payday to keep quiet about her long since expired claims. Other stories shared in small circles, but getting little attention.
People did not want to believe our story.
And I finally said, I can't live in fear for the rest of my life.
The combination of comedian Burris's joke and the Twitter captions bring new accusers forward, some who share graphic details.
But I remember more specifically waking up and that there was a lot of pain in downstairs. There was semen all over me, and that my pajamas bottoms were off and the top was open.
He had his hand on the back of my head, and he was trying to push it towards his erect penis.
Cosby's attorneys deny many of the new allegations and call Dickinson a liar. The accusers may not have been the only ones reluctant to talk about it. Magazine and television journalist Mark Whitaker, who used to work for CNN, in his newly released authorized biography of Bill Cosby, doesn't touch the topic.
He has been a pioneer in so many areas. And, The Cosby Show is so big that people forget, all the other ways in which he, advanced entertainment.
Whitaker isn't alone. Bob Huber, former writer for Philadelphia Magazine, admits in his 2006 profile of Cosby, he didn't question the star about the accusations.
You were writing about this, you were doing this big profile, you got invited to spend some time with Cosby, right? But you weren't allowed to ask him questions?
Right.
In a recent column, New York Times columnist David Carr criticizes Whitaker, but also calls himself an enabler in not reporting alleged misdeeds by Cosby. Those in the know also included me. Whitaker then agrees with Carr, tweeting, "David, you were right. I was wrong to not deal with the sexual assault charges against Cosby and pursue them more aggressively." CNN has obtained a sworn deposition Bill Cosby gave in 2005 as part of that ongoing civil lawsuit by former Temple University employee Andrea Constant. In this deposition, Bill Cosby says a media outlet suppressed another woman's story at his request. Cosby was asked, "What is your understanding of the agreement that you had with the National Enquirer concerning your exclusive interview? I would give them an exclusive story, my words. What would they give you in return? They would not print the story of print Beth's story." Accuser Beth Ferrier says her story was dropped from publication in the magazine after Cosby issued his one and only interview on the Constant and Tamara Green accusations. While not commenting on Ferrier's story, American media, which publishes the National Enquirer, tells CNN the National Enquirer, more than any other publication, was unflinching in our aggressive coverage of allegations against Mr. Cosby beginning in 2000, when everyone else avoided the story. But all of the stories and the recent decision by Cosby to leave the board of trustees of his beloved Temple University has many suggesting it is past time for Cosby himself to address this scandal. Yndks, CNN, New York.
All right, y'all. Bad. It's a sad day, But you don't understand. But you gotta understand the game, though. I mean, it's the game of life. That is. See, the game of life has three things in it. It has the past, the present, and the future. And those three things have came to in existence from the Most High your whole life. I don't know how long. I can only go by what I know, and that's almost half a century, right? But that's another story. The point I'm trying to make is My job is to, or my not in my job. I mean, now I sound like the police, right? No, my my desires, my not necessarily not necessarily well it does come with desire because desires can your desires can help design things. You understand these words are trickery. It's all about trickery. See, that's why people don't know shit because people don't know trickery. You must know trickery to know past, present, and future. Without that, you're gonna be in a world of being led astray. Because a lot of times people lead you, but they want to lead you lead a person who has some sense. You know, if I want to lead you, I need you to lead me back. It goes back and forth. You can't be led without being followed. You feel me? You gotta know both gotta know how to follow and lead. Those two things go hand in hand. We're following, we're leading each other. I mean, you can give you awards, you can give little awards and little this and little that for appreciation and everything, but you can't have that without another, without somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it all works together. You gotta think somebody. If not, I mean, of course you gotta think the Most High, but the Most High, he works alone but at the same time, he's a team. Because he can't have himself without you or without me. So everything's working together. So you have to understand that the Bill Cosby situation is, I mean, I've known this since the 70s. It's the sad. People sit there blaming, they want to blame this comedian for putting, who told you, who, the comedians are the biggest propagandists ever. I put a site today about that. Come on. You're speaking about anything. You've been doing this since slavery. Come on, man. They know what they're doing. Okay, Anyways, that's another story. The point I'm trying to make is, they could blame this comedian from back in 2014. They could blame even Eddie Murphy. Raw when he talked about Bill Cosby in there. That's the first time I ever heard a comedian talk about Bill Cosby was on Raw. That was back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? But the 70s is when I knew. I knew in the 70s he was up to something. I know what it was, but I knew he was up to something. I could look at it, but I was a kid. Listen, I didn't know he was the one who I mean, he was on the show, but I know he was making I didn't know he was doing the characters in Fat Albert. I was never in Orange County around white people. They weren't telling me shit. They didn't know shit. They were trying to find out what I knew when I went to that side of the neighborhood. Coming from the hood of Santa Ana and Compton. Because I was made in Compton, but then I grew up in Santa Ana. They moved to the white side at 10, 11 years old, and that was only cracking then. But watching Bill Cosby with Fat Albert and stuff, I know what I said. This dude, something right there, he ain't right. I know something ain't right about this dude. Something ain't right. I just knew it then. I'm not saying he wasn't, he was bad. I mean, of course he supposedly did bad things. But you have to understand, when you're a black man with money, especially, I mean, I was a black man who felt like I didn't have nothing. Wasn't showing it. It's not about what people are so fascinated about having money so they can get this and get that. No, it's not about this. It's about who you are. You are money, nigga. But I mean, I'm not gonna say that's why he did what he did. Or he got famous, or he got comedy to just forget women. Maybe he did. I don't know. He gonna tell you that. All I know is the attention that you get. But it goes beyond that, because that could be anybody. That could be anybody, right? But you have to go deep into it. That's why I go into the Most High. To let me know about a person's emotional status. He's a crab. He's a Cancer. Come on, born on when, July the 14th or something like that. Oh, let me get that right. He's people don't know shit. And that's why people like to judge, because you have to understand, about zodiacs. Zodiacs is very, very, very important to understand. If I mean that's if all else fails. That's how I look at it. If all else fails, I got this. But so because sometimes it can be too easy with that. You know, you gotta let things go, let things ride. Because if you don't, you know, people gonna just stay away from you. Like they stay away from me. But I don't mind that. I live in LA. I live in California, so it don't matter if people stay away from me because see, this is a different world out here. I've been all over the world before I came to LA County. So you have to understand. I didn't come to LA County. Most people come to LA County, try to do this, try to do that. No, I was already established before I even came. You feel me? So I've already seen the world and see your money. You are the money. Your own intellect is money. What you know, your history of growing up, you know what I'm saying? That's money. That's the value. That's your value of who you are as a person. You feel me? So I was already established when I came here. I was trying to come here to get established and try to get myself together. No, I was already established before I came here. So I'm gonna scare people away. Because people, I've had people tell me to say, come up to me. Matter of fact, they came up to me today and said that man, they text me, right? They said that Kanye West sounds like you because this whole because of the Donald Trump thing, right? And you know, I'm like, what are you talking about? These people don't know shit. You have to understand. I'm the one who started all this stuff. You guys just fucked it all up because you guys didn't come to the source. See, when you don't come to the source, things get messed up. They do. I mean, you can get through it because through it all, you know what I'm saying. But the thing about it is it's gonna be consequences behind it. See, it's gonna be consequences. That's all. And people set that up. People know the deal. People know what they're gonna do before they do it. He know. Be prepared for it. Come on, give me a break. But anyways, he born July 12th. You know, he real down hard, complete cancer. Not only that, his lawyer, not his lawyer, but the one that's trying to convict him. What's her name? The lawyer for against Bill Cosby. She's a cancer. She born I believe July I don't think she's June. Yeah, Gloria Allred, white lady. That's you know, she was the one that was for those women. You know, she's one of those types of women who tries to help the women get over so they money, you know? Because you have to understand. You know, even they even got him for you know, against a 15-year-old girl and stuff like that. You know, you have to understand how cancers are. You know, and he's not very attractive like, so he uses his money and his suaveness. Because you have to understand, people have emotions. You have to understand. See, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to me to explain the real deal because a lot of people don't know shit, and if you don't know shit, it's kind of hard to explain shit. And but anyway, he's a cancer and she's a cancer. Let me make sure I got her birthday right. So I don't like to at least see this. Not even this could be lie. You know, you never know. People lie all the time and that's the thing about it. Lying is all it does is going to create stuff like this. It could be 30 years from now. It could be 50 years from now. It could be 60 years from now. You know, but it's coming one way or another. Whatever it is that was done. July 3rd. Man. I know somebody born July 3rd. And so you know they had and she's a woman, female. They totally different than men. Cancers, totally different. Women cancers ain't no joke. Really no joke. You know, but That's another story. The point is, I'm trying to make is with Bill Cosby, it was designed. Okay, it was designed. Everything about him was designed. Okay, but you have to understand he's the kind of but by him, what hurt him, what brought him down? People want to go, okay, we speaking on this, we know this stuff. What brought him down? What brought him down, as far as why he came down? Because a lot of men have women. Come on, and I men be having a lot of especially a black man. A black man can have a lot of, especially back us coming up in the 70s, the 60s and stuff. You know, the 80s, but you know, all that AIDS stuff, and that kind of saved a lot of people from going way out. AIDS calmed it down. You have to understand, people were dying for black men. At the same time, black men were dying behind it. You know what I'm saying? So if you were somebody like Bill Cosby and you from the, you know, you from wherever you from the Philadelphia, so you from the East Coast, you know, come on. You know the game. See, it's kind of hard for me to explain because y'all really don't know shit. And I know both sides, 3 sides, 4 sides and stuff, everything. So I'm rearranging everything, let you know that this brother was Bill Cosby. He's been around my whole life. Before I was born. We're talking about somebody, a comedian, a black comedian. A lot of money, you know what I'm saying? A lot of money. A lot of more money. You know, a lot of Michael Jackson type of money. That's where it was going. That's where, at least you have to understand power. When power is, listen. What Bill Cosby did was, let me tell you what Bill Cosby did. Bill Cosby did, what he did was, he went in there and he told what he did. Since the 70s and 80s, I think it was. I don't know if it was the 70s. I know in the 80s, he told giving people, he incriminated himself. And they still let him go because they knew how talented he was. How he knew how to, cancers ain't no joke. Cancers is no joke. Cancer, the only way cancer can really get in trouble for anything is really do what he did, admit it. And even if he admitted, he still gets away with it because the only reason people made jokes out of it. The reason why people were trying to probably combat him on a low, I'm thinking, now that I'm talking, I'm just talking, I'm rambling on. I'm not lying, I'm rambling on. But you have to understand, my rambling on is going to lead to something, you know, because you have to understand, people don't understand that Bill Cosby was this and that. People making money off Bill Cosby, but you have to understand, cancers, a crab in a barrel. You understand? You got the time that's what this is everlasting time for me. That's how I think. I don't think like people. I got this time to do this and this. No, and but people think like that too. People will wait and they'll wait and they'll wait and they'll wait. But when they're waiting, they want some results. So apparently, Bill says himself. You know, you have to understand, crab in a barrel that keep people down. When a crab goes up, another crab is bringing him down. That's how they say cancers are. Even though cancers are real loving and this and that and that and this, you know, that's why they're always look at George Bush. The President George Bush, the young one, the son, right? He was hugged up, all hugged up. They're like that. I watch this. I know cancers who sit there. I know there's one guy who does the cancer, right? We're the same age, and he will kiss everybody that walk into the building. Every morning, I'm like, why are you kissing everybody? I mean, that's just everybody. It's always the girls or the ones that's kind of attractive. The ones that's, you know, I never see him kiss no ugly ones, unless he did it, you know, when I wasn't there. But when I see him, they be the ones who, you know, I figure he's doing this because he's trying to make me jealous or whatever, right? But kind of find out he's a cancer. That's why he can do it just naturally. It's nothing. And if he do want to make you jealous or if make you this and make you that, it's comfortable for him because it's nothing to him. He might do it because of your reaction. Because my reaction was kind of like, why are you kissing these people all the time? You know, so when you fight somebody, they're going to keep doing. They're going to keep going. That's how it is. When you find them, they win. But that's another story. The point I'm trying to make with Bill Cosby is he's a cancer. He's a crab. And when you hold people down like that, or for whatever reason, because of your emotion, and people have gotten to a point where it's all about money. See, back you have to understand, a lot of things wasn't all about money. Because you weren't supposed to be about money. It was never heard of. All that money stuff started coming on when people started running their mouth about it. You know, they never had it, never seen it, never been around it. I was raised up watching money. This people just slobber over money. You know, I was raised up in that stuff, and I was in church. That was in church. I would see that. You know, the money people just show me all this money and this money, this people just like a demon. And I would see this as a little boy, and I watch this stuff. I go, why these people are so, you know? That's why I want money to get things and help things for the right purposes. But people will try to mess that up. And that's what Bill was trying to do. I think Bill Cosby was trying to do good with money, and even though they say trying to buy in NBC and this and that, but you have to understand, with that comes a lot of responsibility on how you were towards people. Because people gonna hold stuff that you've done to them over your head, and that thing they done, they could have set you up for it. They could. This is trying to tell me, 30 women, okay, didn't know about each other. They've been sending women to me my whole life. I give you a scenario, okay? Because I want you to understand, okay, with women. See, women are really, they're considered to be the devil. And in a lot of countries and a lot of religions, they're actually the devil. Think about it, you know what I'm saying? They're the devil. What was it? I can talk to a female. It's like I'm talking to the devil right there. And I'm cool with it, you know? And I know how to make them run. The devil runs. The devil runs. I always make women run. Let me give you an example. Women come to me, you know, it could be I'm not talking about some okie doke stuff. Because women aren't raised to do okie doke stuff. They're not. You don't have women ain't raised to go to no man and do this and say this and say that. You know? They used to do that to me all the time. I knew they weren't raised. I raised up, you know, girls and stuff growing up, you know? And I know when they come at you, it's for a straight, serious reason. So when they come to me, I might just say anything to them, just to throw them off, you know, how I feel, how I really feel, you know. But I started doing that just to protect myself. I started doing that because I knew that women were just they're sent. You know, women are sent. Yeah, you women, all women, my women, your women, all women. Women are sent. They love to be. They can be sent. They can send themselves, but they're sent. They're sent for a reason. Men don't have to have a reason. Men. If a man haven't never been locked up like me, I never been locked up, so I was free to go anywhere I wanted to go. I never been confined somewhere or being in no hostile, serious situation, except when I'm getting my ass whooped and getting punished at home or in sport and stuff. That's the only thing I was, and that was good. I was hard. A lot of people don't experience that. So I was always free to be, you know, free willy. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a person that's been confined against your will for no particular reason, but how you're living, that can change how you are as a person, how you are towards people, how you become towards people. You know, you never know why people get into situations they get into, but I'm gonna let you know that money has a lot to do with that. Because when you have a lot of money, even if you're a person who's on the way to get money, or in that situation where you can become a person who can have a lot of money one day because you're a person like you are on that way, so people are going to gravitate towards you. You know, they're going to do whatever. I mean, people team up with people like that. Yeah, that's people organize, people strategize. People, it's a cold game. And if you're a person who got this strong person beside you, and then your wife, she's beautiful and she's strong, you got all these kids, plus you're doing it, people ain't gonna try to throw stuff in your face. But if you sit there coming up with money, you're making Bill Cosby shows, that's the hottest show, and you know you're a famous comedian, you've been in all kind of movies and stuff, you got Fat Albert, you got money, nigga, and you want to buy NBC too. And you don't think these white people, you don't think these white folks ain't gonna bring up what you gotta, and people can get themselves in situations just because of who they are. And people can team up and find out, tell you how they are, and people will go and strategize on your ass and tell you, and that's how they do. That's what they do. They strategize against you. People do. We do it every day. I want people, this is what I'm speaking, I want people to know this Bill Cosby thing is no different than we do each other all day, every day of our lives. So I don't think Bill Cosby is this monster of a person. No, it could be anybody. It could be, but y'all broke, so it's not the same. Not the same game, but it is. But it could be, your restoration could be worse than his. But money is the issue. So you have to understand how powerful this man was. And he had a family. He got a big family with structure. That's scary to average Caucasian America, you know. But they might be okay with it. But black people are the ones aren't okay with it, because they don't know, they're not going to be like, you know, Judas and backstab him in the face behind his back, some kind of way. You know, you have to understand the game. The game is cold. It's cold. So whatever you develop, whatever you try to develop, and you get together and you organize against somebody, that's wrong. Just because just because you're sharing your negativity with somebody, a whole bunch of people, even a corporation of people, which could be millions or whatever. That don't mean because you share it doesn't make it right. Doesn't make you not a sinner, or whatever you want to call yourself, whether if you're religious or just a person in a civilized life. You're just like that. But you are an individual though, and that's what this whole thing's about. That's why when I hear stuff about corporations and stuff, I said, so y'all gonna sit there and have a corporation of negative people who gonna backstab each other when the heat comes down? Because you don't think this Bill Cosby thing's over. A lot of people are coming down after this. Now that they're gonna take down a man, a lot of people will come down after this. You know? So understand, it's a cold game. It's not about money. It's all about people not knowing shit. You know what I'm saying? And they want to know. Sometimes what you know, what you know has to show. Because you can't show what you don't know. Let's go again.